Is breakfast the most important meal of the day? Is a question we get asked fairly regularly. I've been asked it a few times recently in response to the videos I did last week, in which I suggested that not having breakfast on days where you're likely to be eating an awful lot for your lunch and or evening meal, and people have said, is it not bad to skip breakfast? Firstly, two things to remember. Firstly, we can't technically skip breakfast. Breakfast is just the breaking of the fast. It's the first thing we eat in the day. So if we have a full sit-down meal, like the one you can see behind me, first thing in the morning, that's breakfast. If we have a pot noodle or an apple on the way out of the house, that was breakfast. If we don't have anything then, but we're hungry and we have cake and biscuits mid-morning at work, that was your breakfast. However, in terms of what we normally think of as breakfast, as in something at the breakfast table first thing in the morning, there's nothing magical about eating or eating particular things at that time of day. It doesn't turn us into a fat burning machine. It doesn't boost our metabolism. I don't even know what that actually means. Our metabolic rate is how much energy our body uses at rest, and then in addition through movement. Having more food in our stomach other than making us marginally heavy won't cause us to use more energy. If having something first thing in the morning means we feel better and are likely to be more active and therefore use more energy, that's great, but that doesn't mean it's boosted our metabolism, it just means we're moving more. So ultimately, it's about what works well for you. If you find a relatively nutritious, filling, proper meal first thing in the morning, sets you up for the day, you feel good, and it allows you to snack less and be more active and contributes towards less calorie intake than you would have if you did a different approach, that's awesome. If you find by forcing yourself to eat breakfast, it contributes towards you eating more, not so good. There is research that shows that if you take people who don't have what we normally think of as breakfast and force them to self-select an amount of food for breakfast and then allow them to self-regulate their intake for the rest of the day, they then consume more calories on average than they did previously and will therefore either gain weight or at least slow any loss or move into maintenance. So not having a meal first thing in the morning, not having breakfast as we think of it ever, won't damage your metabolism. It won't mean you can't lose weight. It's about finding the way of doing it that works for you, and that can change every single day. So if you normally have your main intake in 3 set meals and a couple of snacks, but over Christmas you're going to have one really big meal, one moderate meal, not have the third meal, and know that you're going to snack a bit around that, then that's great. That will be more effective than forcing yourself to have 3 square meals, one of which is massive, and still snacking around it.